Hello everyone, my name is Rahadian Agus Hamdani. I'm a postgraduate student at UPI Bandung. In this occasion, I would like to present my paper. The title is Gap Analysis in Procurement Satisfaction Services Quality Index through internal survey using a service quality model. In this presentation, I would like to divide it into 5 sections. The first one is introduction, the second one is literature review, the third one is research method, the fourth one is gap analysis, and the last but not least is conclusion.
Gap analysis is procurement satisfaction services quality index through internal and external surveys using a service quality model. Introduction. In the process of procuring goods and services at banking institutions, a good system is needed so that acts of corruption, collusion, and nepotism can be minimized. These aspects include policies, planning, implementation, supervision, control, and performance report. E-procurement at banking institutions is carried out using the electronic procurement system application where the implementation of e-procurement has been regulated by Presidential Regulation Number 54 of 2010 concerning procurement of goods and services. Literature review is service quality model. The service quality model is a questionnaire method to measure the level of service quality. Through this questionnaire, it can be seen the large gap between the reality and the expectation of respondents toward a service provider. 5 dimensions of the service quality model. Number 1, tangible, is the ability of an organization to show its existence to outside parties. The appearance capability of the organization, physical facility, as well as the condition of surrounding environment are tangible from the services provided by the procurement department. Number 2, reliability is the ability of an organization to provide services accurately and reliably. Performance in accordance with the expectation of the stakeholder is timely and according to procedures with high accuracy. Number 3, responsiveness, regarding the willingness and ability of employees to help, respond to requests, and serve quickly and accurately, and deliver clear and accurate information to bidders. Number 4, assurance, the behavior of employees must be able to grow and trust and ability of service providers in the own organization to be trusted by stakeholders. This assurance also means that employees are always polite and master knowledge of skill needed to handle every question in conducting a tender. Empathy. Give sincere empathy to the user by trying to understand the user wishes. An organization must be understanding and knowledge of the user needs in detail and have the time to carry out the service process to the maximum for user satisfaction. Research method. Data is collected using internal and external surveys. Internal and external assessment involves 2 variables, namely the desired expectation and the perceived reality so far for the procurement of goods or services. Each satisfaction variable uses a likely scale approaches. In the measurement, there are 5 dimensions of satisfaction, namely tangible, reliability, responsiveness, assurance, and empathy. The population of respondents for the external survey was 30 people taken randomly, while the internal survey involves 20 people from commitment-making officials, procurement departments, administrative staff, and system administrators. Furthermore, at the data processing stage, a validity and reliability test is performed on the incoming answers to determine the validity and consistency of the questionnaire question by using the SPSS application. Validity test is done using Pearson correlation. Invalid data will not be cited in the reliability test. From the valid data, the reliability test was performed with the Cronbach alpha coefficients. The next step is to analyze data on the current level of services satisfaction, and which is expected to find out the gap between reality and expectation. The stage of the research process are shown in the figure. By comparing the external and internal gaps, it can be seen the quality of service from external and internal. That although all respondents were satisfied with the services provided by the procurement of goods or services, but there are aspects of the dimension that become top priority for immediate improvement to improve the quality of e-procurement services better. From external assessments, the priority for service improvement start from the assurance dimension, which has the largest gap value, which is 22.05%, then the tangible dimension, then the reliability dimension, followed by the responsiveness dimension, and finally the empathy dimension. In internal assessment, priority for services improvement starts from the dimension that has the largest gap value, namely responsiveness, at 25.38%, then the assurance dimension, then the tangible dimension, then the reliability dimension, and finally the empathy dimension. Conclusion. From the results of external assessments, the level of satisfaction of procurement services based on reality, which has the highest value, is the empathy dimension of the caring aspect, with a score of 84.67%, while the lowest is the tangible dimension of the completeness of the electronic pre-tender process, with a value of 70.87%. The most expected services is in the assurance dimension, amounting to 92%. Goods or services procurement employees are expected to have good technical knowledge so that they can quickly resolve technical issues. The electronic aspect of the completeness of the pre-tender process, which are felt to be incomplete and detailed, make a very large gap, which is 6.50%. With few on each dimension, it turns out the assurance has the largest gap, which is 22.05%. For these reasons, all aspects of the assurance dimension are the top priority for improvement so that the gap can be minimized, while the smallest gap occurs in the empathy dimension, which is 80.31%. This means that the services provided are close to the user expectation. Internal assessment that produce the best services that has been given in assistance to the bidders at the tender planning stage with a value of 86%, while services with a low score are in terms of prioritizing in interest of users, which is 64%. This is because there are bidders who require services not according to producers. These services most expected to be prioritized are employees of goods or services procurement having high integrity, which is 90%. The biggest gap, which is 9.67%, occurs in the aspect of tender plannings, while overall the largest gap occurs in the dimension of responsiveness, which is 25.38%. The smallest gap of 13.88% occurs in the empathy dimension. The empathy dimension both have the smallest gap of the 5 dimensions in external and internal assessment. Thank you very much.